Hey, welcome back to Diablo 2 Resurrected as the Necromancer. In this episode, we are going to explore the Crystalline Passage and make our way to the Frozen River. Let's see how long that takes us to do. I'm not exactly sure where the Frozen River is. Oh no, we have cone bold mages. Bone cold mages, which is just a little bit scary. But you know what? Nothing we can't handle. We also have bone lords, or blood lords. Man, my English is all kinds of messed up today for some reason. Who's to say, man? Who's to say? But at the same time, I'm not all that scared. Well, Bloodlords are a little bit scary. They're a little bit scary when I'm dealing with them all by themselves with only a few minions attacking them. But at the same time, I am not all that concerned with them. It's when we start dealing with groups of them, that's when we start getting a little bit concerning. But at the same time, I am not all that worried. Do we have any bone mages that I can raise? No, we do not. I suppose I can go ahead and raise a couple of those guys. Suppose that'll work. Suppose that might get the job done. Some archers. Can raise some archers. Yeah, my English is all kinds off this morning. Probably because I haven't recorded in quite many days. So go ahead and bear with me there, you guys, with my English. I shall get back up to snuff here sooner than later. Alright, Bloodlords, it's time for you guys to go away. I want you guys to go away now. But the good thing we have these cold, dark archers, because they're freezing my enemies, which is actually super nice. Super helpful, and getting the job done quite efficiently. Which I really do appreciate. And would certainly hope continues to be an effective strategy. So let's go ahead and continue with this. And see if we can keep on raising some lovely dark archers, because that would be particularly helpful. But Bloodlords would also be helpful, so I suppose we're going to go ahead and do that as well. I have no idea where the Crystalline Passage is, so we're just going to have to look around for that. Where have we explored? We've explored a little bit of this. We haven't explored too much of it. So there's still a lot of areas we can potentially look around to find the Frozen River. So let's look around and see if we can find it. Let's look around and see if we can find it. Who's to say where it could possibly be? I have no idea, man. I have no idea. Alright, well, let's go ahead and raise. It's what we like to do. We like to raise our minions. And these Bloodlords are really causing significant problems. There is no doubt about such things. They are definitely causing significant issues, which doesn't surprise me. Being immune to physical is a serious nuisance. But that shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. I think we can handle it, though. I think we are entirely capable of handling it. But alright, where do we want to go? I suppose we'll just go ahead and go up. I suppose up is a good direction. Up might be a direction we might want to go, because up is always a good direction. So let's head on up there and see if we can find any riches or valuable treasures by going in the upward direction. So let's see what is up here. What is up here besides bone mages that are immune to cold and immune to poison, which is actually just a little bit scary. They're very easy to kill, though, which is super nice. They are very easy to kill, which is super nice. Oh no, we have minions. Minions mean elites. Minions mean elites, and that's just a little bit scary, but you know what? Nothing we can't handle. Nothing we are incapable of dealing with. So, you know what? I'm fairly confident. Oh no, but we have elite Bloodlords now, which is going to be a significant problem. Cold Enchanted, Mana Burn, and Fire Enchanted. That's going to be a significant problem, as is being shown right now. So elite Bloodlords are probably one of our least favorite things. There is no doubt about that. They are some of our least favorite things to be dealing with. So I am going to go back just a little bit here. I'm going to go backwards just a little bit here. And see if we can deal with these things at a slower rate. That'd be super nice. But I'm still not a fan of these damn minion Bloodlords. They are a significant issue. There is no doubt about such things. They are a significant issue. But at the same time, nothing we can't necessarily handle. They are going to be a problem, but nothing we can't necessarily deal with in some capacity or another. I can confidently say one of my least favorite things having to do is go back to previous areas and raise minions. It's definitely one of my least favorite things to have to do. It just takes unnecessarily large amounts of time. But at the same time, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta make sure you have plenty of minions to deal with these dangerous things. So, you know what, if it takes a little bit of time to go back and raise your minions, it is what it is. You gotta make sure you have plenty of minions to take care of these dangerous things. Ouch. I stood a little bit too close to that guy. So can we not with that? Can we not withstanding a little bit too close to that guy and take unnecessarily large amounts of damage? Let's see, can I raise some Bloodlords? Is that something I'm capable of doing? Is that something that I can do, is raise some Bloodlords? Because you know what, I might want some Bloodlords on my side. I feel like they might be somewhat helpful. I feel like they might be somewhat helpful to have some Bloodlords on our side. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and have some Bloodlords to be friends. To be our good friends. To help us out in this dangerous, dangerous world. At least my mages are surviving. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. At least my mages are doing a pretty good job surviving. Let's go ahead and pick up these health potions. That's what we're going to go ahead and do. Because that's what we like to have, is healing potions. There's an edge bow there. I don't really need an edge bow. It's not necessarily something I need to have. So, you know what? Thank you, but no thank you for that. Raise, raise, raise. That's what we need to do. Man, these Bloodlords are overstaying their welcome. There is no doubt about such things. So can you guys go away? Can you guys leave me alone? Can you guys just live your life somewhere else? Somewhere that is not here. That'd be super nice. I have other things to be worrying about besides you guys. Thank you very much. I have places to explore and people to find. The person I need to find is Anya. So thank you very much. Thank you for cooperating there, video game, and allowing me to actually make progress. I appreciate you very much. Let's go ahead and raise a couple of minions here, just so we actually have some lovely, lovely revived minions. At least the ones that stick around for a little bit longer. Now let's go over here. Is there anything over here? Aha! There's the frozen river. Perfect. We were able to find that nice and quickly, which is super nice. That is very, very helpful. Grey Moss, Stone Skin, Cold Enchanted, Magic Resistant. He's already Cold Enchanted, so that's not surprising to anybody. That's not surprising to anybody, so thank you very much. Thank you very much. My Bloodlord is dying a painful death, so I'm going to go ahead and revive him again before he disappears for too long of amount of time. Oh, we have Life Tap. We have 5 charges on Life Tap. Ooh, there's a unique Branda stock there. That's kind of cool. I don't desperately need that, but you know what? I'll take it. I will take it. I don't desperately need it. Bone Mages really don't have all that much health, which is super nice. I appreciate the fact that they don't have much health, because they are quite easy to deal with. There is no doubt. There is no doubt that they are easy to deal with, these Bone Mages. Even though they are minions, they are still relatively simple to manage to deal with. So get out of my face there, Bone Mages. I would be much pleased. Now, I am very much scared about the frozen river. I am very much scared that we're going to get our butts handed to us here. Yes, I am more than concerned we're going to get destroyed in here. But, you know, let's go ahead and give it a go, I suppose. Let's see how badly we're going to get annihilated. But we have to be a little more confident than that. We're going to have to try to be a little more confident than that. We got Frozen Creepers. Frozen Creepers are scary because they deal cold damage. But they shouldn't have all that much health, which is super nice. We're killing them relatively simply, which is pretty great. The unfortunate thing is we can't revive anything off of Frozen Creeper corpses because they just shatter, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. It is what it is, man. You gotta deal with what you gotta deal with. There's a stamina shrine there. I don't need a stamina shrine. These damn sirens, they keep flying out over the water, and I can't actually attack them when they're over the water. Okay, so far we're doing pretty well. There's these enemies that we're dealing with really aren't all that scary so far, which is pretty great. So let's go ahead and try to get through this. I'm starting to feel a little bit more confident, but we do have a lot of minions here, which are going to be scary. So let's go ahead and go back to town, get all of our friends into one area, so we can actually start attacking all of these minions. Because that's really what we're going to have to do now, is attack these minions. Sirens, these sirens, they're immune to cold, which is just a little bit scary, but nothing we can't handle. Nothing we are incapable of handling, if I do say so myself. So we're doing pretty well. So let's go ahead and continue with what we're doing here. And all will work out, if I do say so myself. So we have some extra potions in our pockets, which is super nice. And we are surviving. Somewhat. So let's go ahead and try to keep on surviving while we are cursed. We are not cursed any longer, though, which is super nice. Let's go ahead and revive a Siren corpse and revive a Snowdrifter corpse. Actually, let's go ahead and revive a couple more Snowdrifter corpses just to reset the timer on those. That's what I feel like doing here. We got some pots. Let's go ahead and break some pots. There ain't no nothing in those pots, but it was worth breaking them because you never knew what you're going to find inside those pots. You could find precious gold. You could find precious items. Who's to say? Who's to say, man? You never know until you break them. So let's go ahead and destroy these Snowdrifters. Let's annihilate the Snowdrifters. Because they are just a problem, and I am not a big fan of them. There's a bone wand there. Do I want this bone wand? It's got 1 to summon resist, so I suppose I might be able to sell it for something. As long as it has 1 ability, it's better than no abilities. I mean, no abilities means I can't sell it for anything. So, you know what? I'll take the singular ability. I might be able to sell it for something. Who's to say, man? Who's to say? I am more than glad we're not dealing with gloams or anything like that in here. That would have been a serious problem. But we're doing pretty well so far. So I am feeling more than confident. More confident than I was when we first started this. So let's go ahead and keep up what we're doing here. And all will be well. There's a round shield there. I don't need a round shield. It's not something I desperately need to have. Let's go ahead and replace these greater healing potions in our pockets with some super healing potions. And continue on moving forward and making our way through this here. Let's see. Raise a skeleton here. Can I raise a... Do I have any corpses to raise a skeleton? No, I don't see any corpses anywhere. Alright, well, in that case, I guess we're just going to have to continue on. We're just going to have to move on until we can find some more corpses. Because who's to say? Who's to say where there might be corpses? A hidden stash there. There ain't no nothing in that hidden stash. This place is going to be huge. I get the sense this place is going to be quite huge. But that's okay. It is what it is. I mean, we're getting tons of experience, which is exactly what we like to see. We're getting close to leveling up again, which is super nice. Level ups are becoming much more valuable as we increase in level, because we're starting to see that we're getting less and less level ups as time goes on, so the more we can level up, the better, which is exactly what we like to see. So let's go ahead and destroy these things. My blood golem died. Oh no, my blood golem didn't die, it was Ellie who died. Okay, well in that case, let's go ahead and revive Ellie. I'm kind of wondering how Ellie died, but you know what? She certainly did. I wonder how long she's been dead for. Not entirely sure. Let's go ahead and get her back. Yeah, I wonder how long she's been dead for. Who's to say, man? Who's to say? But no wonder we've been having a slight little bit of difficulty killing these enemies. So hopefully Ellie can actually survive. Hopefully she can, you know, not take unnecessarily large amounts of damage. Hopefully she can actually stay away from the fray. But she's doing a pretty poor job of staying away from the fray so far. She's just kind of standing in the middle of combat, which isn't necessarily what I want her to be doing, but it is what it is. It is what it is, I suppose. So let's go ahead and raise some sirens. I feel like sirens might be helpful in some capacity. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, where are we going with all of this? Where might Anya might be? Where might she be? Who's to say, man? Who is to say? She's got to be around here somewhere. I'm not looking forward to fighting the elite Snowdrifter that we have to deal with when we get to Anya. That's going to be scary. but nothing we can't handle, I don't think. I am feeling much better than we were when we first started this nonsense, so let's go ahead and try to take care of this. Pick up that gold, ouch. Take unnecessarily large amounts of damage by enemies. Is there an elite somewhere? Yeah, these are frozen creeper minions, so there is an elite somewhere. It looks like we were able to kill the elite. My blood golem is dying a painful death, so let's go ahead and re-revive him. Get him back to full health again. Get him back to full health, so he's back. Composite bow. It's 4-socketed, but it only deals 4 to 8 damage, which isn't all that great. If we can find a triple-socketed bow that actually deals more than 8 damage total, that'd be fantastic. But there isn't a guarantee of no nothing. There isn't a guarantee of no nothing. Yeah, this place is turning out to be just a little bit huge, which doesn't really surprise me all that much. I mean, this is a main area that we have to explore for quest-like purposes, so I'm not really surprised that it's large. If this was just a little side area that you could explore just for fun, it probably would have been a little bit smaller, but this place is quite huge, which it is what it is, I suppose. So let's go ahead and keep on traveling around the walls and see if we can find what we're looking for here. That would be super nice. Kill off these frozen creepers before they have a chance to freeze my friends. Like they keep on doing, is freezing my friends. They are immune to cold, but I wonder if they are susceptible to fire. That's what I wonder. I wonder if they are susceptible to fire. Who's to say, man? Who's to say? I have no idea. I have no words. I have no explanations as to whether they might be susceptible to fire as cold creatures. As frozen creatures, I should say. But who is to say? Let's go ahead and revive some snowdrifters, because I feel like snowdrifters might be helpful. So let's go ahead and reset the timer on our revived minions and raise some snowdrifters. I feel like that might be beneficial, because snowdrifters are powerful. They deal a lot of damage and they have a lot of health. So I'm not going to be upset about such things. What's a protector shield? It's for paladin only. It's quadruple socketed, which is really, really nice. But do I need it? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. My minions are dying a painful death, which I could live without. So yeah, my mages are dying a very painful death. So can we live without that? Can we go without such things? Can I raise some of my mages? That would be absolutely wonderful. Was there an elite that we were dealing with here? That's what I'm wondering. I mean, my minions were dying a very painful death, which makes me wonder if there was an elite somewhere around here. But who's to say, man? Who's to say? I certainly can't say, because I did not see an elite. I did not see a set of minions or anything like that, so maybe there wasn't. Maybe there was not. Who's to say? Alright, so we're dealing with a lot of enemies here, which is okay. We're getting tons of experience for it, and I am not going to be upset. So let's go ahead and keep on traveling along the walls until we can find what we're looking for here. Nope, it looks like we can't travel along the walls anymore. There's a dead end. So we're going to have to cross this bridge. We're going to have to cross this here bridge, which is okay. So let's go ahead and cross this bridge and continue on ever forward and explore beyond the outer walls, which is what we like to do. We like to explore as much as physically possible to gain lovely, lovely experience. We're getting very close to leveling up, which I really do appreciate. Which I certainly do appreciate that we're getting close to leveling up, so let's go ahead and do that. What I'll probably level up is Raised Skeleton. That's probably what I'm going to wind up leveling up. Because, you know, Raised Skeleton is something that we desperately need. We want our skeletons to survive. We want them to stay alive. We want them to be powerful. Rescue Anya. So there's our set of Snowdrifter minions. So that's exactly what we were looking for. So let's go ahead and get everybody into one place here. Let's get everybody into one place. Oh no, he has a cold aura, which is going to be a little bit scary, but that's okay. Nothing we can't deal with. Nothing we are incapable of dealing with. Especially, dire wolf. It's good old dire wolf. He's cold enchanted, among other things. Maybe he wasn't cold enchanted. He didn't explode or anything. Alright, well, let's see. Raise my blood golem before he dies. Just raise before bad things happen to him. So it says we got pretty close to Anya, so where is Anya? That's the big question. That's the question I am now asking. Where is she? I am not entirely sure. I am not entirely sure where she might be. So let's go ahead and raise... Yeah, where is she? Is she over here? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, we're getting bogged down by a ton of enemies here, which is okay. We were able to level up, which is exactly what I like to see. So let's go ahead and level up. I'm gonna level up Vitality, and then what we're gonna do is we are gonna raise... Oh, I can't raise Skeleton anymore. So I'll go ahead and do Skeletal Mastery. That's what we'll go ahead and do. We'll go ahead and raise Skeleton Mastery. Because at this point in our level up process, it seems to me that raising skeletons is probably our most beneficial option. So that's exactly what we're going to go ahead and do. We're going to keep on raising our skeletons, make them more and more powerful. I'm not going to chase that siren. I'm not going to worry about chasing that siren. So where is Anya? I mean, it said that we got close to her. The quest marker showed up. So where is she? That's the question I'm now asking. Where is she? I don't actually know. I'm kind of surprised the quest marker showed up because we're nowhere near where she is. Unless this is where she is here. Frozen Abysses? Yeah, this has to be where she is right here. Okay, well, let's go ahead and take care of these Frozen Abysses. Let's go ahead and take care of these sons of bitches. Because we are not all that concerned about them. Frozen Stein, he's Cold Enchanted, Mana Burn, Curse, and Teleportation. That is just a little bit scary, but I think we are entirely capable of managing, if I do say so myself, which I certainly do. Which I certainly do say so myself. So let's go ahead and annihilate these things. Rosenstein is going to be scary, but without all of his friends, he's going to be fairly simple to deal with. So let's get him out of our face and stay away from his cold Nova. Oh no, he teleported. He teleported at the last possible second. There's a pellet bow there. It's not necessarily something we need. Alright, well, there is that.
Hero, Neelithak did this to me. If you've come to help me, my only hope lies with Mala. Please, tell her you've found me.
I shall tell her you were found. Talk to Mala. Because I'm sure Mala has something to help you out there, Anya. So let's see what she has to say.
So, that snake Neelithak was behind Anya's disappearance, and he trapped her with a freezing curse. Here, take this potion to Anya and give it to her. That should release her.
You are a rock star, Mala. I shall take this potion. Keep it to thaw Anya. Yes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and thaw Anya from her frozen prison. There you go, Anya. You are now free to go. You are now free to leave. But the problem is I can't use your frickin' portal, so I have to make a second portal just to go back to town, which is kind of a pain in the ass. Talk to Mala for your reward. Okay, well, I guess I'll talk to Mala for my reward.
Thank you so much for bringing Anya back to us. I have devised this spell to increase your resistances as a token of my thanks. I know it isn't much, but I hope you find it helpful. Please, go talk to Anya. She has urgent news concerning Neelithak.
Urgent news. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and talk to Anya. How much are you going to increase my resistances by? Not by much. My fire resistances are just a little bit lower, but you know what? Or a little bit higher, I should say. Which is super nice. But it could be better.
You have proven yourself a true hero to me and my people. These are dark times, warrior. I hope you can bring an end to Baal's reign of destruction. Our Council of Elders is gone. My father Ost among them. The one thing that keeps us from total despair is the promise of vengeance against Baal. Thank you, hero, for rescuing me. To show my personal gratitude, I give you this. I had it custom made for you by Larzik. Neela.
Oh, shoot. Well, she had more to say, but I messed it up. Let's see. 3 to max, 13. That is not better than what I have. So thank you very much, Anya, for that, but I don't desperately need that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we got to go into take Anya's portal to Neelathok's temple. That is not what we are going to do in this video. So what we're going to do in this video is we are going to finish off by looking for the entrance to the Glacial Trail. That is what we're going to go ahead and do to end off this video. What do we have here? Blood Thief Brandastock. Not interested. 16,000 for that. 35,000. Suppose I'll take that. Not necessarily something I need, but you know what? I'll take the gold. Yeah, so that's what we're going to go ahead and do. We're going to go ahead and look around for the entrance to the Glacial Trail. Because that's really what we're going to have to look for now. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go back to the Crystalline Passage and look for the entrance to the Glacial Trail, just so we know where that's at, so we can just go there nice and easily next time we want to go there. So let's go ahead and look around for that and see if we can find it in a timely fashion. Who's to say? Who is to say? Oh no, Bloodlords. Bloodlords. They are Bloodlord minions, which means they're going to be a pain in the ass. The Bloodlord minions are going to be a pain. Of course they are. They always are. They always are a pain. Which is going to be a fun time for everybody involved. And it doesn't help that these frickin' bone mages keep freezing my skeletons, which isn't helping even in the slightest. Oh, they're extra fast, which doesn't help even a little bit. Yeah, that's the thing with these damn Bloodlords, is that I always find myself having to go back and raise my minions in order to actually kill them, which is kind of a pain, but it is what it is. Hopefully I don't die in the process of trying to get away from all of this. So yeah, can I not die? Now, am I capable of getting my body back, or is it in such a... No, it's in such a spot that I can't even get to it. Let's see, can I get to it here? Yes, I can. Okay, fantastic. That's all that matters. I just wanted to get to my body back so my minions were back to the strength they were before, which is exactly what I want them to be. I want them back to the strength they were when I had my skills. So let's go ahead and deal with that. And if I can take on these things, that's the problem, is we're being attacked by these cold dark archers as well, which is not necessarily a fun time for us. It's not necessarily leading to positive change in our world, there is no doubt about such things. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and back up. If we can take care of these Bloodlords without being bogged down by these archers, that would be absolutely marvelous, because it's these archers that are leading to issues for us. So if we can take care of these Bloodlords without being attacked by these archers, that would be fantastic. So let's go ahead and try to do that instead. So let's go ahead and back it up and stay over here. I feel like that would be beneficial for us. So let's go ahead and do that instead. Let's try to just inch our way forward here, and then take care of the archers by themselves, because I feel like that would work out a lot better for us. So let's go ahead and do that. And so far this strategy does seem to be working out a lot better, so let's go with this instead. Let's go with this instead, because otherwise I feel like we would have been annihilated. And we were getting annihilated, so let's go ahead and see if we can take care of this way. Take care of this way. Can we get rid of Chaos Rule? Can we get rid of Chaos Rule? Hopefully, maybe. That'd be super nice. Because Chaos Rule, he's leading the issues for us. Man, these bone mages are a serious problem. There is no doubt about that. There is no doubt these bone mages are a serious nuisance. But Chaos Rule, you have overstayed your welcome. It is about time for you to go away so I can actually start attacking these cold damaging enemies. That would be absolutely wonderful. So let's go ahead and decrepify these bastards, because that would probably lead to positive change in our world more so than amplify damage. So let's go with that instead. Let's go with that instead. I feel like amplify damage or decrepify would be more beneficial for us. So let's go with such things as that, shall we? Let's go with such things as that, shall we? Decrepify these ranged attackers, because decrepify with ranged attackers is much better option than using amplify damage, because amplify damage works out better if you're dealing with melee attackers. So let's go with that instead. I'm kind of low on potions right now, which I'm not a big fan of. Hopefully I can find some potions such as these. That would be super nice. So let's go ahead and pick up those potions. Pick up some potions. That would be beneficial. And raise our skeletons back into reality here. Alright, so we were able to get through it. That was a serious pain in the neck, but you know what? We were able to get through it, which is all that really matters. It took some time, but it was something we were able to take care of eventually, which is perfection, and exactly what I like to see. So, you know what? We are adventurers. We are entirely capable of handling difficult things, even though it is difficult. Even though these difficult things are quite difficult, it is not something we can't handle. So let's go ahead and go over here. Let's go ahead and go over here and see if we can find what we're looking for over yonder. Who's to say, man? Who is to say? Let's go ahead and decrepify these ranged attackers. It's really the best option for us. What's the duration? The duration is only 6.4 seconds, which isn't particularly long, but the good thing is that I can just keep on cursing them whenever I so desire. Let's go ahead and raise some cold mages. I feel like that might work out pretty well for us, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that, shall we? Yeah, I'm trying to stay going one direction, but we keep getting attacked by like a million things all over the place, which isn't necessarily what I desire. But it is what it is, I suppose. It is what it is, I suppose. Something has a lower resistance aura, which I don't appreciate. Not entirely sure what it is, but something certainly does. So what is it? Stormburn the Hungry. Extra spectral hit and aura enchanted. Being spectral hit with a lower resistance aura, that's going to be kind of a pain, but you know what? We can handle it. We can handle it. Kind of low on mana, so let's go ahead and drink a potion. Let's go ahead and drink a lovely, lovely potion. So yeah, these archers really aren't that much of an issue, as long as Ellie doesn't stand right in the middle of combat and then die. That would be wonderful if she didn't just stand right in the middle of combat and then die. So thank you very much for not doing that there, Ellie. I'd really be much pleased if you didn't do such things. So where are we going with all of this? Who's to say? Who's to say? I'm looking for, again, the Glacial Trail. That's what we're looking for. But this place is turning out to be just a little bit huge, which I could live without. I could certainly live without how huge this place is turning out to be, but you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. Again, I'm not going to look gift experience in the mouth. There is no doubt about that. Oh, these dark archers are immune to cold. That's kind of a pain. That's kind of a pain, just a little bit. Slightly, maybe, just a little bit. See, Bloodlord non-minions are really not much of an issue. It's when you start throwing in the minion Bloodlords, that's when it starts becoming a serious problem. But by themselves, regular Bloodlords really are a bit of a non-issue, so I'm not all that concerned with them by themselves. Really not concerned with them by themselves. Okay, well, let's keep on looking around here. Let's keep on looking around here. And there's the way to the Glacial Trail. Alright, so we were able to find it, which is exactly what we like to see. So now we can go ahead and end this video successfully now that we know where the Glacial Trail is, so we know for the future, and we can just kind of wander all the way over here when the time comes for us to actually make our way to the Glacial Trail for the quest line. So that's perfect. That's exactly what we wanted to do. So let's go ahead and kill off the rest of these enemies that are in here, and call the video a success, because we were able to complete what we wanted to complete in today's video, which is exactly what we were hoping for. So let's go ahead and kill off the rest of these bastards, and all will be ended successfully. So thank you very much there, video game, for allowing me to get through this. I am much pleased. Alright guys, so thank you for watching today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. I will see you guys next time when we enter Neelathok's temple, which is going to be quite scary. And when we enter Neelathok's temple, we will be looking for the Halls of Pain waypoint. As always guys, I really do appreciate you watching. It truly does mean the whole world to me. I will see you guys in the next one.